other groups? That way we have...
No, I do not. So you are good on the discussion. Let's talk through what this presentation is. So just so you guys know, this presentation is part of, how many slides is it, Dave? 167. This is all engaging the adult learner. It's the only part I'm going to do live with you guys. The rest of that, I would use it as reference, but I do not expect you to memorize that. And you may want to have it available. I think there's 3 or 4 questions. And I do not want you to turn that meter on yet, so make sure it's off. Somebody's already started. But there's a couple of questions that'll be on there. So you'll get a chance, Dave, to go through it. Trust me. I knew you'd have to turn it on. So what am I going to do with this presentation? And this is part of the 167 slides, but you guys do not have to pull it up. So we're going to be very interactive. We're going to talk about adult learning principles. We're going to talk about objectives, topics, learning styles. So let's give you an overview. 2 terms here. Which you guys think you used in elementary education, and which do you think you use on a job?
Ed would be elementary.
Yeah. So hopefully androgyny is what we're using now, learner-centered. Not teacher-centered. It's more there. You guys as adult learners need to know the delivery, the reason, the motivation, expectations. You guys demand that out of me. So, here's 2 photos. The young learner, totally dependent, external pressures, and the adult learner. Want to decide. You guys get to decide. It's all control, inclusion, and openness. So look at how your organization learns. Hopefully college, you guys see I try to do some active learning. You'll see what we do. And also, who directs what training you take in college? You guys get to pick it? Kind of do. This class is an elective. You don't have to take it. Yeah.
Yes and no. I mean, I pretty much had to take every elective that Disney threw at me.
There you go, but you don't have to. So an adult learning principle is you get to direct whether you receive the training. Why do you have to take it, Dave? You want to graduate, right, in a certain time.
I had 18 months.
There you go, so that's it. So what are some barriers to learning? You guys know this. Time, basically money, resources, and the ability. So with that said, what are some benefits to learners? If you remove these barriers, you can avoid a lot of wasted time. It's more enjoyable. It's better accountability. So the reason I'm telling you guys this, when you have to train, keep this in mind. So here's some topics. So first of all, the reason for training. Why are you guys taking this class? What have I told you you're taking this class for? Yeah, I keep telling you guys that. Now, why are you really taking the class? To graduate. Yeah, I know that. But hopefully, the reason you guys understand this will benefit you and make you better EHS environmental health and safety professionals. Your motivation should be that in a real life scenario, you're going to be able to help people, and also you're going to understand consideration with the prior experience I've had, and maybe you'll think about it. I'm going to tell you guys this. Before today, did you ever think about silica as a serious exposure? See, I've done my job. Quick, pack me up, get me out of here. Expectations, you guys know this. It's hard when you're online, but I demand, and I mean, I'm terrible. I want you guys to talk to me, okay? I want you to do hands-on stuff as much as we can. And again, self-directed, I asked you guys a couple of times to look this up. I'm not going to tell you. I want you guys to understand you're controlling your learning. So, learning styles. 4 styles. Which do you guys think you are? Yeah, auditory? Yeah, that's what we're doing right now. What about visual? What about, do you think you're more a read and write? Or are you hands-on? So I got kind of a little, and this will be a little video I want you guys to listen to. So I'm going to ask the learners to listen. This is a car maintenance, an automobile maintenance issue. Tell me what this is. I'm going to do it one more time. Something in the engine. What do you guys think it is?
Almost sounds like a lifter knocking, but it's hard to tell with the audio.
A lifter knocking, not a bad, close. Anything else? Let's see what we hear it one more time. Yeah. By the way, it's an alternator. A mechanic has to be able to tell that whining as an alternator. So that's what you're going to hear there. That's why that's important. This was a friend of mine that did some work for Mine Safety Health. What do you think this photo was doing for a visual learner?
Showing how big the truck is.
Yeah. What else? What was that? No, go ahead. It's showing how big it is, but what else?
Don't be in front of the truck because they might run you over.
Yeah. Why would they run you over? Where's the driver?
They cannot see you.
He's right there. He can't even see you. If you're standing there, he climbs up in it and starts it up, and you're standing right there. Is he even going to see you? Blind spots, absolutely. Two things. It wasn't just the size, but it was teaching people the blind spots on these vehicles. Pretty effective, isn't it? I said, wow, that's really amazing. See that visual learner? Now, Dave, you will be exceptionally happy with this one. How many of you guys take your 29 CFR or some regulatory and make notes in it? Or write on a notebook? Yeah. Read and write. So reading and writing, basically, learners benefits from handouts, taking notes. If you guys notice, I uploaded that 167 because there was part of it I wanted you guys to see, but there may be other parts that you want to use. So I just wanted you to be aware of that. Now, my favorite one. So everyone, please turn on your monitor. So I'm going to turn this on for the online people. So guys, what type of monitor is this? Industrial Scientific MX6, right? So what's it say when you turn it on? What type of things is it telling you? Yep. Error? I love it. It shouldn't say error. Mine's got H2S. Tells me the next calibration date is April 13th. And it's telling me the pump's on, and it's saying now, block the pump. So I block it, and it's confirmed, and now I restart it. Yeah, and you're already there, aren't you? What's yours say? Oxygen, LEL? So, this has a panic alarm on it. I want you guys, by a panic alarm, it will, without closing it, without like cutting off the air or exposing it to toxic, it has a panic alarm. I want you guys to get the panic alarm to go off on this. How are you going to do it? So how'd you get it to do that, Dave?
Stop the flow going into it.
Yep, can't stop the flow. That's not a panic. It'll correct. See, it'll correct itself. I want it to just, you hit one or two buttons and it goes into panic. How are you going to do that? Anybody know? Here's how a hands-on learner would learn that.
They hold the on-off button until the shutdown screen appears. There you'll be asked if you wish to continue with shutdown. Remove the highlight bar using the left monitor button. If you've chosen the desired option, press the on-off button to execute the function. The MX6 has a panic alarm feature for those that wish to alert others of trouble without gas being present. To activate this feature, when the real-time reading is play, simply press and hold the on-off button for more than 6 seconds. The unit will continue an alarm until the shutdown function is placed. Exiting the panic mode and going back to the vehicle.
So how do you do the panic mode? Did you guys hear that? Do I need to rewind it?
Yeah.
Okay, watch it again.
The on-off button for more than 6 seconds. The unit will continue an alarm until the shutdown function is shown. Exiting the panic mode and going back to the real-time reading does not deactivate the panic mode. Anyway, it takes the MX6 out of the panic.
So Dave, how'd you get yours to go into the panic mode? What'd you do to it?
LP on-off button for 6 seconds.
Okay? How'd you know that? So guys, here's what you want to do. See this on-off button? You hold it down for 6 seconds. What's going to happen?
Will that continue to shut down?
Nope, hold it. Don't let off on it.
I know that because I was not trying to shut it off when I started up during class.
Hold down on the middle button. There you go.
Yeah,
I know. There you go. So if you hold down on it, now how do you shut it down?
Hit the button again.
Hold the button.
shutting down.
Yeah. So you guys see it? So what kind of activity was that?
Hands on.
There you go. How effective was it? You guys now know how to do a panic alarm on this meter? What could you use that for? If you have somebody in a confined space, what could you use that panic alarm for?
Get their attention.
Get their attention, move them out. There you go. So I wanted you guys to see that. So that's a hands-on demo that you can actually, I set up with this instrument for people. So why is this important to you guys? What's number 2 there? Yeah, increased retention. What's that mean?
You get it fixed in your mind?
Yeah, it keeps it in your mind. I'm going to tell you guys, probably a year from now, I could hand you this meter and say, do the panic alarm. What would you guys remember? Hold it down. Yeah. You guys could do it. Pretty good retention, isn't it? Same thing, generate more interest and faster results. So again, here's what you want to do. The multi-learning, you want to be able to do all 4. Auditory, read, write, hands-on, visual. When you mix them together, you have it better. So here's something else. Why do I give you guys case studies? Why'd I have you read articles in your assignments? You should understand the reason is I want to do case studies where you actually role play the industrial hygienist. Here's the bad thing. I can't virtually take you out and do a silica exposure, but in the real world you will be able to. VR is getting there. So I want you guys to understand role playing, again, visual, auditory, read, write, hands-on, and it establishes your credentials. Learners see how your knowledge can benefit them. This is huge if you're trying to train people. And the other thing, real-life relevant examples. I try to give you guys real-life relevant examples every time we're doing lectures. And you need to meet their expectations, input. The other thing too, handouts, if I ever hand you guys out, occasionally I'll give you that 167-page PowerPoint. That is got a lot of nice to know information. What do I want you to know? The need to know this section here about adult learning principles. That's the most important thing. Now, I gave you a little bit of extra in the presentation, kind of what adult learners like, PowerPoint, why do we like it? It's very portable, it's easy to use. Here's kind of your best practices. Keep it simple. Basically, limit your bullet points. Don't have a lot of things zooming in and out. And remember, Well, I just used PowerPoint, but I had a hands-on activity. I got to show you videos too, don't I? Use them all, because your learners, some may be auditory, some may be visual. You never know what they're going to do. So, any questions on training? This was the part I wanted to hit you guys with training. Okay? Questions?